Welcome back to AgriTalk in Des Moines, Iowa, at the offices of the National Pork Board. Joining us now is Jarrod Sutton, Assistant Vice President for Channel Marketing. We want to talk about moving pork, retail, food service sectors. Jarrod, thank you for joining us. You and I were talking here during the break. Used to be, I can remember, we always talked about in a down economy, the meat industry was always concerned about consumers cutting back, having less disposable income, worried about their income, so they would eat less meat. I was asking you about how your numbers are tracking with pork, and you were telling me that really, maybe down some, but really have held pretty well through what has been a tough economy.
Yeah, there's no doubt you're seeing increased prices, retail prices for meat at the meat case, and that's a challenge. It's a challenge for any consumer, but thankfully, pork is a tremendous value, and with all of the positive attributes that pork offers, it gives us a great opportunity to introduce that potentially to a new consumer as we're kind of seeing them trade down and make different buying decisions at the meat case, a lot of it influenced by price. We're experiencing some good growth because of that.
That's always the deciding point when they're standing at that meat case, and that competition is raging within that meat case of what the consumer is going to choose.
There's a lot of things that are influencing that too. We've had some really terrific success in 2011, especially in our food service business. You've seen some successes with folks like Quiznos and Subway promoting pulled pork, which we feel is kind of like our hamburger, tremendously versatile with a lot of flavor. And it's sort of introducing that to a lot of consumers. Of course, people in the South know it. It's a barbecue staple, but that product is so versatile and good that people are starting to understand and appreciate just what that brings. And so when food service provides that influence, it translates directly to the meat case, and it's helping us all the way around, full circle.
The phenomenon that is bacon is always amazing to me. The popularity seems to just continue to grow for bacon.
Yeah, you think at some point we may sort of plateau, right? No, it hasn't yet, and that's because of, again, a lot of the flavor. It's got a cult-like following, and there's a Bacon Fest here in Des Moines, Iowa. I believe they hold about 5,000 or 7,000 people. Regardless, it sells out in 20 minutes. They sell tickets, and it's a craze that thankfully we're very happy to be a part of and continue to promote it throughout the industry. Mm-hmm.
How do you work with the retail and food service sectors to get them to feature pork and to have these kind of numbers that you have, that people are buying pork the way they are?
Yeah, the mission for our team, and we've got a team of both retail and food service marketing experts scattered across the country, really is to cause these key customers to think about pork differently. We obviously bring the business aspect, but more importantly, communicating the flavor attributes, the quality attributes, things that influence and result in the best eating experience. And so it's really causing these guys to not only think about it differently from a business approach, but also to deliver the best product to the consumer. Certainly our Be Inspired campaign promotes that consistency in our messaging. And right now it's a tremendous value. We're selling the product that we have at a higher price, and that's a great thing for producers. We'll continue to push and have that focus and create these new opportunities for producers.
Well, those of us that are pork eaters, we know about how great the taste is, but you're mentioning here other things that you want to get across to consumers. Here are the other benefits as well to eating pork.
Value, versatility. There's a lot of things, unfortunately, about our product that people may not, a lot of consumers know. And so while we're communicating and celebrating all the things that guys like you and me realize and enjoy frequently with our pork champions, there's a larger segment that is really kind of discovering it for the first time. And you'll see that as folks maybe begin to trade down a bit, food service and retail, to maybe look at catching them in the middle. Perhaps they were eating some middle meat beef steaks and due to economic constraints aren't able to continue that frequency of purchasing. And so we may be able to offer that same delicious, good eating experience at an affordable price.
Very good. Thanks, Jarrod. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thanks for having us.